After 5 events, the 2012 Real Insurance XCM series is set for an edge-of-the-seat finale at the Briars Highland Fling in Bundanoon. Australia's premier mountain bike marathon, the Fling will also serve as a fitting backdrop to what is sure to be an exciting battle for the overall series honours.
The Fling as a standalone race is massive, and then put it at the end of the Real Insurance series, and it's one of the biggest races on our calendar, that's for sure.
It's been a big year for both Shaun Lewis and Andy Blair, who currently sit first and second respectively in the series standings, and now sit just 250 points apart, well clear of Adrian Jackson in third place.
And to win the first round of the series really put me on a high, and I think that rolled on to capital punishment round 2. And during the series it's either been really good or not so good, definitely. So 3 wins and then 2 results that don't count.
My big goal for marathons was the Marathon National Champs, and the first 3 rounds of the Real Insurance XCM series were back-to-back weekends in a sort of build leading into that race. So I actually did quite well and managed to win the final one of those 3, the Convict 100. You know, the marathon season was a sort of springboard into my biggest win of the year, and to be able to carry on the XCM series with a win at Wollombi has kept me in contention for the series. So it's all coming down to the Fling.
So he's definitely one of the favourites to watch for the Fling, and if he wins there, he'll win the series. So I'll definitely have him heavily marked.
The series has been really tight from the start. Shaun had the lead early on. I took it off him for 1 round, and then he won Husky, so he was back in the lead. So going into Wollombi, which was the 5th round, the most recent one, I had to win the race in order to keep the series alive and stop Shaun from wrapping it up 1 race early. I knew, being quite a fire road course with no technical challenges, it probably wasn't to my strengths, but I just tried to ride a very aggressive race and took a few risks tactically by getting away early, and that paid off. So yeah, I was pretty happy to get that win, and it's definitely made it quite an exciting finale going into the Fling.
Lewis is a 2-time winner of the Highland Fling, but with only a single step of the podium to decide the series honours, both riders will need to use all of their skills and experience to get an edge over the more than 100 kilometres of tough and testing terrain.
So to win it this year, it's going to take a lot. It's going to take probably my best day on the bike this year. The form's coming along pretty well, so it's just comes down to a lot of tactics on the day. A lot happens out there in a 100k race.
Well, having done the Fling 7 times, I know the course, and I also know what my strengths and weaknesses are. So I'll be going into the race tactically thinking about that, and you have different alliances happening between teams or between friends. So the Fling can quite often be quite complicated. Last year was a very dynamic race. There was a lot happening, and trying to read the race was pretty hard, and I probably got it wrong last year.
With my Rockstar Racing teammates, we've got a good team this year, so with last year's previous winner, Dylan Cooper. So we're looking to use our numbers advantage.
Dylan most recently won the Kowalski Classic here in Canberra, and so he's always a strong guy. You know, he's got a lot of experience. I've been racing him since we were juniors.
Both riders live in Canberra and have become training buddies over the years. Their solid friendship transcending any rivalry, but not without a little tension as race day looms.
We're competitors against each other when we've got a race number on, but we go training together during the week, and we're best mates. So it definitely gets a bit funny in the lead up to these big races when we probably talk to each other every couple of days normally, but then the phones go quiet sort of a week out from a big race.
You don't want to let them know too much, so it's really a pretty quiet week between mates in the week leading up, and then can be a bit afterwards too, depends how the result goes.
We actually trained yesterday on the course for the Fling, and that was, it was good. We always help each other out in training, but there's always that element when you get closer and closer to the big race where we start holding our cards closer to our chest.
After winning the Elite Women's Series in 2011, Jenny Fay set herself the goal of winning every event in the series in 2012. The marathon specialist has scarcely been troubled on her way to victories in the first 5 rounds and looks unstoppable in achieving her ambition.
Yeah, it's awesome. 5 from 5, so just 1 more to go.
With over 5,000 competitors, as well as great sponsor support and prizes, the Real Insurance XCM series has become the most sought-after title in Australian mountain biking.
Back in 2006, I thought about it then. I thought, wow, all these 100k races are really big races on it alone. Wouldn't it be great to have a series out of them? Then Real Insurance put that together. and now to win the series is definitely would be a dream come true for me.